Hi, my name is Rachel and welcome to How to Connect to Victoria. Victoria is the Roman goddess of victory and was considered the personification of victory. She was often depicted with wings and with a golden shield and sometimes with her toes touching the globe. She had a temple in the Sacred Heart of Rome on Palatine Hill and also a statue in one of the most important temples in ancient Rome, that of Jupiter Optimus Maximus, which was on Capitoline Hill, signalling her importance and also her connection to the army and to war and battle, Jupiter being the god of that army. And she was also considered the guardian, or one of the guardians, of the Roman Empire and the Roman people. She can support you and help you in defining and understanding what success means for you, and will help you to gain that success, help you put down intentions and move towards that, and will also help you kind of appreciate your own accomplishments, what you have achieved, so you can see where you've come from and kind of where you're going. And so therefore she's supporting you with self-development and with growth and with really celebrating and being present with all of your accomplishments and hopefully achieving some more. So here are my top 3 tips for connecting to her. My first tip is to use the sacred tool of a feather or feathers. And these feathers or feather are going to represent her wings and the way that she's going to help you fly. So when we are going towards something that we are trying to accomplish and we're wanting success, often we feel like we're doing that on our own, that we are the one that is carrying everything. Goddess Victoria asks you to surrender things to her and to ask for her help, to let her to hold you and to teach you and show you how to fly. She also is a reminder through her wings that success and achievement doesn't always have to be stressful or hard or the grind. It can actually be easeful and joyful and gentle. You know, the softness of the feather. She teaches you that life doesn't have to be a battle. Because you aren't alone, you are supported and you are guided. So to represent this, to remind you, you may want to have a feather with you when you're working with her in meditation, ritual or ceremony, or have her feather with you when you are doing something like a work meeting or an exam, or you're having to travel somewhere, or maybe you're doing an intention planning session. Have those feathers with you. My second tip is to use the flower essence of laurel. So laurel was a plant that was particularly connected to her. It's one of those plants that was used to make a crown, to put upon, say, the generals that were coming home in their triumph after a victory in battle. So it's connected to her. So the flower essence in particular is about resourcefulness. So she can help you to plan, to put down those intentions around the things that you want to be successful with. Again, she will help you to come back into this self-assuredness, that kind of self-confidence, by looking at the structures that you can enforce, the skills that you have, your superpowers. And so I invite you to use Laurel Flower Essence anytime that you need kind of that boost of confidence, or you need that mental clarity to be able to focus. You can use the Laurel essential oil as well, putting in a carrier. You may want to anoint your head, for example, or you can also connect to the laurel bay tree, and you can have that, you know, use the leaves if you want, have them with you, go and sit with the plant when you're planning or pre-exam or pre-work meeting. Have one at home, grow it. Extra bonus, the Romans believed that it warded away evil and they would keep them by their doors, so it can be multi-purpose. And my third tip is to create what I call a shield of success. So she had her golden shield, and often this was depicted in her statues, and in those statues she would have like the names of the generals that had been successful, Augustus, of course, liked to blow his own trumpet. He had one that had a list of all of his virtues upon that shield, you know, the Victoria that was particularly connected to the Emperor and the Augustus. So you can do your same, not as a kind of a way of pride or arrogance, but actually as a reminder, as an affirmation for yourself, you know, that if you're feeling, oh, I really can't do anything, I'm a failure, I can't do this, you know, and you can't really consider your own skills and the own knowledge and the virtues that you are bringing forward, to have something like this is actually going to be a bit of a reminder. So you don't have to make a shield, but you can. It's nice to have it displayed, I think. You could do it on a piece of paper. It's write down perhaps the 3 to 5 things that you feel that you have accomplished. 3 or 5 things that you're proud of, and maybe a few skills of yours that you have that are particular to you, the things that you have achieved. And when you have these moments of self-doubt, you can just look upon it to just really kind of like boost your self-esteem, and it can motivate you as well, saying, okay, I know I have done this, you know, I know I've woken up at 6 a.m. once, I know I can do it again, and go out for a mindfulness walk. You've done it once, you can do it again, and acts as a motivation. So those are my top 3 tips for connecting to her. If you want to know more about the Roman gods and goddesses, of course, check out my book, Pantheon of the Romans, and other books that I have on Roman goddesses in particular. And also, if you want to explore with me and discover more about Goddess Victoria, then I do share more about her in a longer podcast episode on my podcast, The Cave of the She-Wolf. We're going to go into a deeper dive into her in that and show how she can really support, empower you. So I'll pop all the links for them down below, but any further questions now, then of course do just pop them in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe this video to support this channel. Thank you so much for listening, and sending you many blessings for your greatest successes.